What's up, guys? I just wanted to make this video so that I could talk about my thoughts about the Destiny 2 beta. I know there's been a lot of things being said here and there. I know there's a lot of negativity right now with the beta. Some people are not too happy with the way it plays. People are complaining about the gunplay and stuff. And I just wanted to make this video to share my thoughts. I don't know. Maybe someone could find that interesting. Maybe not. I don't know. I noticed some of the responses either overly positive or overly negative. Mine is a little bit of both. First, I'll go with the positives. I felt like the story mode was really, or the story mission that we played was really well done. It felt a lot more dynamic, and it told a better story. And the effects and the graphics and all the set pieces were really, really good compared to what we're used to. Big improvement there. Also, another good thing that I really liked was the PvP. It seems a lot more balanced now. Way more gunplay, less grenades, less abilities, way less supers. Seems like everyone gets the super right at the end of the match if they get a super at all, which is really good. I remember saying that I would have been happy with a mode that had no supers, and this is pretty much that. If you get to the end of the match and you haven't had a particularly good match, then you will not even get to do a single super. So that's totally different from the first game. And it just seems to rely more on gunplay, which is a better thing in my opinion. Sorry about that. I always get a text message when I'm recording. It's something that I've learned to just accept. So yeah, I feel like PvP is improved. I think there's going to be some issues with the way the maps are, but because it's 4-on-4, it just seems like people just kind of cluster up now, and there's a lot of team kills going on, a lot of team killing, and that seems to be the way that's going. But you know, it's still an improvement over Destiny 1 in my opinion so far. And I just wish they had kept Rumble in, because that's my favorite playlist to play. I like to just go one-on-one and not have to worry about my teammates. Now, as far as positives for the Strike, I thought the level design, graphics, and the encounters were all really, really good. It felt new and different, even though I've played so many Strikes in the first game throughout the first 3 years, so that felt good as well. The gunplay felt a little looser. Now for the negatives, I guess. The gunplay did feel a little looser. It didn't feel as tight as the first game, but, you know, it's a beta, so that's understandable. One of the things that did concern me that these guys are 200 light. I guess that's the max light, level 20, max out characters, and the enemies felt kind of bullet spongy a bit, and because they balanced out PvP, it almost feels like PvE, or you know, Strikes, story mode, whatever. It feels less eventful than it used to, because you don't have grenades like you used to, you don't have supers as much as you used to. So I am seeing a change there that I don't really like. I think it's cool that there's new supers, and you know, the classes have been reworked and whatnot, and it almost feels like you don't really get to use it as much. Whoa, look at me just jumping off the side there. Ooh, embarrassing. So yeah, I mean, I felt like in order to balance PvP, it came a little bit at the cost of PvE, in that grenades, all abilities really are, you know, the cooldowns just seem to take forever on everything, and that's kind of a bummer, because what made Destiny 1 so fun was the supers and the grenades. I wish they could just separate the two. I know Bungie doesn't want to do that, but I feel like if they were just to separate PvP and PvE and just make them two separate things, that way they could really balance PvP, and PvE could still be fun. Not to say that it's not fun, but I just feel like it's not as fun with the cooldowns the way they are now. The other thing that I felt like the boss was a bit bullet spongy as well, but maybe that'll be different in the final game. Again, this is a beta, so hopefully things will get changed. I know people are kind of complaining about the same things generally, the cooldowns and whatnot for PvE, or maybe even for PvP too. I know I can't remember what streamer said it would be cool if you got the super in the middle of the match rather than right at the end. It seems like at the end of a PvP match, everyone gets their supers and they're popping them all off at once, desperately trying to get them off before the match ends. So maybe that could be reworked a bit. But overall, I feel like it is an improvement on the first game. In some respects, it's a few steps back in some respects as well, like I mentioned with the cooldown and the supers. But again, that's just my personal preference and the preference of some others as well. I know a lot of people have been complaining about heavy ammo and snipers and all of that. I'm actually okay with that. I feel like that was a really good change. I was sick of getting sniped and shotgunned. It's nice to just have your primary out, and I say that as I'm using in the video a shotgun, which is now a heavy. It's so overpowered now, which is a good thing because it should be. If it's so hard to get, it should be powerful. So that's cool. The only other complaint I guess I could say is that I was a bit underwhelmed with the hunter's skill, the class skill being the dodge. I know some people seem to like it. It just feels kind of weak compared to the other two. I feel like the Titan got a really strong, dual purpose super, where you can pop the bubble or you could do the Sentinel shield. And I feel like the Warlock got the Weapons Light, Blessing Light, which is powerful. And the Hunter didn't really get something to help out the team as much. I feel like that was kind of underwhelming, just having the dodge. Although I could see where it can be useful. Look at this guy hiding. Terrible. Can't believe we lost that game. But yeah, those are my basic thoughts on the game. Hopefully you guys found that useful. If not, no big deal. I just wanted to post a video talking about it. And yeah. So let me know if you guys have any thoughts, if you agree, if you disagree, if you think I'm crazy. Let me know. I will talk to you guys later.